So I thought I'd just share a few slides too about how we've been using it here in the Neurotek Centre. I always love this slide because it talks about how we facilitate motor learning and neuroplasticity and all those things that we commonly see: repetition, high dose, having activities that are and allow you to do problem solving, that are challenging, task orientated training, motivating and rewarding, and really attention demanding, all seem to be coming out of the SMARTfit system. So when we put our patients on it, we can have some of these components fulfilled using that system. So TJ and Kathy have talked about how the SMARTfit facilitates dual tasking, the multiple tasking, visual motor cognitive tasks, vestibular balance, and sensory motor function. So this is our mate Jed, and he's a TBI patient. So typically they've been doing cognitive tasks in using the iPad. So we had him use a SMARTfit and really to engage more upper body, build upper body strength, put him in much more of an upright position, get him to do visual scanning. So some of the tasks that we had was just get him to do throwing a ball at the system. So the system is quite durable. So an airfield ball, get him to reach way up high.
That's a better force.
And then we've got him doing a lot of visual scanning. So he's in a standing wheelchair, looking for seek the colour. The thing with Jed is he perseverates consistently. When he's on these devices and we're actively engaging him in tasks, there's no perseveration. And he can now concentrate for longer periods of time, up to 20 minutes, doing tasks that we on the SMARTfit system. This guy is a stroke patient, and this is his movement. So it's hard to get repetitive movement when they've just got this because they fatigue so quickly. So we try and build his movement using devices and using the SMARTfit together. So after therapy, we're able to soften up the tone, put him on an ActivArm and get him reaching to the right side, the left side. So we have all systems going here, all the pods going, and we're just getting him to reach to different parts. This guy, when he comes in, he's sleeping in his wheelchair. And then we put him through a session. He's awake the whole time and he's just participating actively. So for a lot of this is really facilitating active reach. When they can't do a lot of reach, they can't abduct or get their arm into forward flexion, put them on the ActivArm and we position the pods. So this is a setup with 3 pods. Kathy's introduced a 3-pod system where we just focus on that affected side to increase the repetitions in different planes of movement. The pods are nice where you can set them up in different locations. So hanging them up on the curtain rail, getting Nate to visually scan, using the ActivArm to facilitate left reach.
Look around. Again. Again. Good job.
And then we have just throwing balls at the targets. When they start having some ActivArm movement, often we'll put an object in their hand, they tap with that. So this is for shoulder flexion and just focusing on, again on the 3-pod system. And then just putting them down low, doing sidestepping activities. And then we've also used it with the ergo trainer. So the ergo trainer helps support some of their weight, but also keeps them safe. So we get them to do reaching tasks. So that also eliminates a therapist standing by while they're engaged in activity. Pediatrics, when we do home visits, we set it up in the field.
Wow.
Overall, we use it as part of a circuit here. So we set up programs, and we have numerous activities that are included in that program, which run for 20 minutes. We form it as part of a circuit. So we see patients here probably an hour one-on-one, and then they stay longer to do additional activities to increase their repetition. We use it in conjunction with the ActivArm to facilitate upper limb reach. We find that when we engage them actively in the SMARTfit activities, it increases their repetition significantly. We can provide that cognitive focus, and we can use it with other modalities like the ergo trainer to increase the endurance and increase the time that they're participating in the SMARTfit system. There's a lot of information, and you know, Kathy and TJ, the team at SMARTfit, have really done an excellent job in bringing forth a lot more games and a lot more cognition tasks into the system. So it really has quite a wide versatility, and is certainly an important system that we use here in the clinic as well. I think the system, you've done an excellent job, Kathy, and your team in bringing forth something like this into rehab, because patients are engaged. No one ever says, you know what, I did that last week, I don't want to do it again this week. They all participate. And it's a system that we can set up in while we're seeing other patients, and we can set them up and they just do their tasks.